the oil tanker super cycle, which is happening within the industry. And so time charter rates for oil tankers are the daily rates, usually in US dollars, that oil companies or traders pay to hire a vessel for a specific period of time or for specific trips. The vessel's owner supplies the crew and the vessel, but the charterer chooses the route, ports, and speed of the ship. Time charter rates range in the $40,000 per day range right now, which you can see on the charts. Well, this is from 2005 to 2017. For many years, that those are elevated levels. So you look at 2005 to 2017. Look, either it was high or it was low. It was hardly ever in the middle. All right, but now everything's in that $40,000 range right now for time charter. Crude oil tanker earnings in 2023 were firm compared to historical levels. The global tanker fleet achieved average earnings of $40,766 per day in 2022 and $40,775 per day in 2023. Stayed firm, according to Clarkson Research Services, CRS, which noted continued support from longer haul trades following the redistribution of Russian oil flows post the Ukraine invasion. VLCC earnings increased by 80% year on year to $43,206 per day in 2023 on the back of rebounding Chinese crude imports and increased Atlantic exports, which earnings in the Suezmax and Aframax sectors remain very robust, exceeding VLCC earnings for a third consecutive year. Jefferies Equity Research team noted in its 2024 outlook paper that it continues to view the medium-term outlook favorably for tankers, with generally healthy oil demand growth, increased oil production, and record low new vessel capacity, pointing to another strong year that both the crude and product segments are in line to perform strongly, with projected fleet utilization to increase to 90% from 89% in 2023, compared to just 84% in 2022. So Jefferies Equity Research, a big equity research firm, is saying 2024 is firmly going to be a good year for tankers, and 2025 should generally be the same, especially when we're looking at medium-term outlook. So for myself, medium-term outlook, for me, I would say that's like 1 to 3 years around. And so if we're staying up higher for longer, I know that's like an interest rate term, but if TC crude rate prices are staying up higher for longer, that just benefits everyone in the industry. All high tides raises all boats, okay? And going back to the historical chart, you'll see I don't think we'll get up to those levels with the VLCCs $90,000 per day. But, having this range right here at 40,000, that's pretty hefty. That is pretty hefty. If we get a couple years out of that, and if you pick a good company to invest in, they're going to be making a lot of money. It's going to be super cash flows that they're not necessarily used to on a large scale. All right. So that's going to be good. Crude oil tanker super cycle in 2024, 333 English ordinal, super easy. Crude oil tankers super cycle in 2024, 333 English ordinal. So we're in the super cycle. Shoot, has the super cycle even really started yet? We're at the beginning still, in my opinion. And reading and listening to a lot of other CEOs, they feel the same way. The longer this draws out, the longer and higher this will go for prices. Crude oil tankers that were suppressed during COVID era will have a super cycle after 333 English reduction. So very powerful what's happening in the crude oil industry. The super cycle is on. And if you're invested, you should be pretty happy about that.